Hello and welcome to this Amazon Web Service AWS Bastion Host. So what's the Bastion Host? It's an easy to insist. It's a virtual server that runs inside Amazon EC2. Bastion Host is a secure gateway server that sits in a public subnet and lets you connect via SSH or RPP. It acts as a controlled enter point. Instead of exposing all the instances to the internet, you expose only one hardened action host. This is our diagram. We have two subnet. One is a public, the other is a private. So our patient host will be the public. So anything or any service under this subnet can access the private subnet or any service under this private subnet. And we will gonna SSH the key or the AWS key for our EC2 instance. So let's start. This is our AWS console. We're gonna create a security group under the network and security. You're gonna see a security group. Create a security group. The security group name will be public Bastion host and a security group SH, SG. Description will be allow access. PPC will be the one that we have created previously, which is 10.0.0.0/16. As shown here, our main IP address. So let's create a rule. Add a rule. We're gonna allow all traffic. Source will be anywhere from the IP version port. And out boundary rules will be by default. Let's add a tag name. Click create. So this is the security group that we have created. And one rule, in boundary rule, has been permission entered. As you see, it's right here. Let's create one for the private. Later, we will gonna attach it. Let's create a private security group. The name of the security group will be private security group. And the description will be allow limited access. PPC will be the one that we have created. Add a rule. Here we want to allow SSH from our IP address, which is 10.0.0.2.0 /24. This is our public IP address. We want this PC get an access from this subnet through this private subnet. We don't want this PC directly connect to the private host. So it will first connect to the Bastion host, then the Bastion host will connect to the private host. So the in-boundary rules will be the SSH, protocol will be by default the TCP, and the port number is 22, and it will gonna be from the public IP address. Let's create a security group. So as you see, this is our private security group that we have created and the public Bastion security group. So now let's create an EC2 instance. For this practical, the name will be Bastion host, so we can know that this is the Bastion host EC2. We're gonna leave as Amazon Linux, everything as it is. Here we have to create a new key, call it Bastion host Bastion key, and we will gonna click create. You see it's downloaded. Here on the network, this is our VPC that we have created. And on the subnet, it will be on the public because it will gonna be a public. We're gonna enable the auto assign public IP address. Here, we will gonna select our created security group. So let's check if everything is okay in the host name. Let's launch. This is our EC2 instance. It's running. Let's create another one. This will be our Ubuntu machine. We're gonna call it private EC2. It will be Ubuntu. Everything will be as it is. On the key pair, we're going to select the key pair that we have created. On the network, we will use our VPC that we have created, and the subnet will be private. We don't need to assign a public IP address. Here we will gonna select the private security group that we have created. Let's launch the instance. So now let's connect to our Bastion host. We have two ways, which is one to connect it directly from here, and the other one is to SSH. So let us connect it to SSH. I am using this software. So this is my AWS key, which is the private key. Then you have to export to host. Now we have to enter the IP address. So our public IP address is this, and the name of the host machine. We have EC2 user. Now we have to add our certificate, our key that we have created. Let's connect. So we are SSH into our EC2 user, as you see, the public one. So this is how to SSH on the Bastion host. Let's check for the private EC2. Let's connect our private EC2. So this has no any public IP address. So it's only SSH. So now what we have to do is to copy this one. Copy. Let's paste it on our SSH. And let's click enter. Let's write yes. After we copied and we paste and we want to access the SSH, it says access denied or permission denied. This is our EC2 public EC2. So now we have copied the private key from here, SSH. Now I have upload the Bastion key in our EC2. So let's click. So now we are in our private Ubuntu EC2. As you see, we are in our Ubuntu machine.